Scientists hope to broadcast DNA and Earth's location for curious aliens. The beacon of the galaxy could be sent into the heart of the Milky Way, where life is deemed to most likely exist. Quote, even if the aliens are short door and sexually obsessed, the late cosmologist Carl Sagan once mused, if they're here, I want to know about them, closed quote. Driven by the same mindset, a NASA-led team of international scientists have developed a new message that it proposes to beam across the galaxy in the hope of making first contact with intelligent extraterrestrials. The interstellar missive, known as the Beacon in the Galaxy, opens with the simple principles for communication, some basic concepts in math and physics, and the constituents of DNA, and closes with the information about humans, the Earth, and return address should any distant recipients be minded to reply. The group of researchers headed by Dr. Jonathan Jiang at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California says that with technical upgrades, the binary message could be broadcast into the heart of the Milky Way by the SETI Institute's Allen Telescope Array in California and the 500-meter Aperture Spherical Radio Telescope in China. In a preliminary paper, which has not been peer-reviewed, the scientists recommend sending the message to a dense ring of stars near the center of the Milky Way, a region deemed most promising for life to have emerged. They said, quote, humanity has, we contend, a compelling story to share and the desire to know of others, and now has the means to do so, the scientists write. The message, if it leaves Earth, would be the first. The beacon in the galaxy is loosely based on the Arecibo message sent in 1974 from an observatory of the same name in Puerto Rico that targeted a cluster of stars about 25,000 light years away, so it will not arrive anytime soon. Since then, a host of messages have been beamed into the heavens, including an advert for Doritos, an invitation written in Klingon to a Klingon opera in The Hague. Such attempts in stellar communication are not straightforward. The odds of an intelligent civilization intercepting a message may be extremely low, and even if contact were made, establishing a fruitful conversation could prove frustrating when a response can take tens of thousands of years. Aliens may not even understand the signal. As a test run for the Arecibo message, Frank Drake, its designer, posted the missive to some scientific colleagues, including a number of Nobel laureates. None of them understood it. There are other concerns, too. More than a decade ago, Professor Stephen Hawking warned that humans should refrain from sending messages into space in case they attract the wrong sort of attention. Quote, if aliens visit us, the outcome would be much as when Columbus landed in America, which didn't turn out well for the Native Americans, he told a Discovery Channel documentary. But Dr. Jiang and his colleagues argue that an alien species capable of communication across the cosmos may well have learned the value of peace and collaboration, and humanity could have much to learn from them. Quote, we believe the advancements of science that can be achieved in pursuit of this task, if communication were to be established, would vastly outweigh the concerns, they write. Dr. Anders Sandberg, a senior research fellow at the Future of Humanity Institute at the University of Oxford, said, quote, my view is that the overall risk and benefit of sending messages are both small. It is better and safer for us to move out into space and hopefully, eventually, find neighbors when we are both adult species, closed quote. But he said it was worthwhile to think over how we may communicate with aliens, as he states, quote, I think it is something that we should regard as training for learning to coordinate better as a species, he added. Well, this is me speaking, the narrator. And I don't know why, but this whole entire thing reminds me of the opening scene of Mars Attacks. If you don't remember what I'm talking about, you may want to just watch, I don't know, maybe the first 15 to 20 minutes, and then maybe you'll figure out what I'm talking about. But in another story, another publication altogether that was posted with the Sun, as well as the New York Post, their writers had a little fun and pointed out the fact that, well, The way that they plan to communicate with this particular study is by sending up pictures, like a hand-drawn photo of a man and a woman and a depiction of DNA sitting right beside it as the man and the woman, wave to the possible aliens. They believe that by sending these quote-unquote naked photos or naked pictures into space, they will be able to communicate with the aliens, because even though they, according to the report, don't understand mathematics as we understand it, to them it would appear that aliens or extraterrestrials would have absolutely no problem understanding binary, black or white, up or down, mass or empty, but that they would be able to appreciate and understand two people, a man and a woman. But the only place that you're not allowed to say that there are two genders is here on Earth, from whence the photos or the depictions came. It's an amazing thing. So maybe, just maybe, we should trust the science. There's only two. For Headlines with a Voice, this is Felicia Lockhart, and this has been the Lockhart Perspective.